Morning all, this is Brian, this is me, and today we're going to be doing a few hive maintenance activities and just general hive checks. We're going to start with my long hive. This hive is one of my favourites. It's so easy to work on. 3 essential tools I'll introduce you to. Nice gentle bee brush, gets our girls out of the way if they get a bit too frisky without hurting them. Hive tool, absolute essential. And of course, a frame lifter. Now this little beast is worth its weight in gold. So without further ado, what we'll do is we'll kick off by lifting the lid. At least we would. Looking good. Okay. So they weren't quite on straight. That's on me. Let's just tighten them up a little bit. As you can see, the girls are a little bit at sea. Now it's a rainy day. Wax moth can just go away. First thing I've got to do is smoke them up a little bit. I'll let my smoker go quiet, so I hope it'll come back. Yeah, there we go. I've given them a smoke in the main, but as you can see, it hasn't really kicked in. They've come out swinging, which is fine. I mean, after all, they am sort of, prowling through their house and all that. Just make sure the smoker's all good. Now it's a rainy day today. I don't normally do this on a rainy day. However, I work during the week, so it's weekend activity for me. And of course, I live up in the hills, so it's quite cool weather. I've got a day today where it's above 20 degrees, so it's quite possible to get in there today. Tomorrow we're down to maybe a maximum of 15, so I don't want to be doing this tomorrow, so today's the day. Don't care about the rain. You just have to be mindful and respectful of these girls because they won't enjoy this. Now the main objective today is to figure out, well, they didn't like that at all, did they? No, the smoke hadn't really kicked in. And yes, by the way, they can sting through this bee suit. I've been a little bit over enthusiastic with the smoke, but I don't really enjoy being stung, despite, rumours to the contrary. Now, last time we looked at this hive, this was covered in sugar. They've eaten all of that. And this is my frame feeder. That was full of liquid sugar. They've eaten all of that. So what I want to do is work out how much honey they're making. And then I don't think this one's in danger of swarming. It's not a particularly strong hive, but I want to see what they're doing inside the hive. So are they putting honey on frames? How much space do they have? Last time I looked at this hive, they had a lot of brood. Not much food, but a lot of brood. Hey, there's a poem in there. I just spotted a little girl here, a little girl bee. She's got nectar all over her pollen sac, so she's come in loaded. So clearly they're doing the right thing. I don't think I want to get into the brood box because there's a bit of a breeze going. Not on this hive anyway. As you'll see in this particular frame, this is the outermost frame. Over the winter, this one was hit pretty badly. It was in another hive. So they're just cleaning it all up. It had honey in it. They're just busy cleaning that up. That's from a hive that died. I froze it, killed the wax moth, and put it back so they can harvest the food, which they're doing. Second frame, same thing. This one's light as a feather. Looks like they're still cleaning it up. They're doing a great job. They've got all the honey out of it, which is great. Same here, light as a, still a bit of weight in this one. So it looks like there's a little bit of honey in there. You can see that. Not great comb. I'm just letting them tidy it up. I may trim all that out, see how it goes. Next frame, loving this hive tool. Light as a feather, just looking around. So still haven't seen any real food storage going on. Well, this one's a bit heavier. This one's not one from the old hive. This is one from this hive. As you can see, there's lots of bees, and what they're doing is they're basically putting nectar in there and they're storing honey. So this was empty last time I looked. It's got a bit of weight in it, which is good. I'm also looking for queen cups. This hive you can see in there, don't know if you can see, but there's some honey going on. Lots of, nectar being stored. They haven't capped it yet, but that one's becoming a honey super, which is really, really good. It's probably partly sugar honey though, which I don't have a problem with because, as I said, this one, no food stores last time. We still aren't in proper nectar flow. I want to make sure they have enough food. Now these girls have actually managed to put this particular frame, we've locked it into the next one. I can smell honey on that. Absolutely smell honey. So let's just make sure my smoker doesn't go out completely. Give it a couple of squeezes. Just make sure I bring it back because I'm going to need that shortly. You can hear those girls. They're just busy. They're not angry. They're just busy. That's not to me. That's not a dangerous hum. They're not flying out to get me. Put it that way. They're all concentrating on just being. This one's really light. No queen cups. So far no signs of swarming, which is good. I'm going to have a very fast look in this hive, this part of the hive. This is where my hive tool really earned its keep. And how easy is this long hive to work on? I can't recommend them highly enough. The only drawback to long hives is they're less thermally efficient than standard Langstroth hives. Oh, look at that. And when they're less thermally efficient, that means they don't make as much honey and they struggle a bit in winter. This one's fully insulated. I've got insulated panels all around the outside. I've got styrofoam all in the roof, and I've got a big insulated panel underneath. So this whole thing is like thermally armor plated for the girls. I had this hive without it. Oh, look at that. I've got to clean that up. But that's what they do when they're left to their own devices. It's so clever. This is, things could get a little bit feisty. And remember, they can actually sting through the suit if I annoy them enough. That's when things get kind of interesting. That's why I'm wearing a hat underneath this, by the way. So, let's find out what you've been up to, girls. So, a quick look, and then we'll put you back in your home, and we'll leave you alone for another week or so. Now, if you're a newbie beekeeper, just remember that you do have to check them regularly. And you check them for several reasons. If you, oh, here we go. If you don't check them regularly, they can swarm in as little as a week. So you want to be keeping a close eye on them at this time of year to look for queen cups, look for signs of swarming. Now, I'm not seeing any drone activity. That said, I am expecting to find drone cells. If it wasn't a filthy rainy day, I'll be having a really good old look, decapping some drone cells, looking for Varroa. Now, Varroa is not here yet, but it's not far away, so it's only a matter of time before it gets here. So here we are, this particular cell. I can see very clearly a lot of larvae in there. I can see a queen cup there. Can you see it? Just here, queen cup. I can see lots of brood going on there, but I can't see on that brood any evidence of Varroa. And I know it's not the most accurate way to check it, but I'm not seeing mites on the brood so far. I really want to find a good drone and cell and just scrape it off and see if there's Varroa in the drones. But as you can see there, no drone activity, no drone cells, just lots and lots of brood. So, lots and lots of brood going on. Same again, lots of brood. Haven't seen the queen. I never see. I've got a little bit of drone activity, Rain's starting to get a bit heavier, so I want to close this up shortly. But most importantly, I haven't seen queen cells. There we go. We've got some queen cells being made here. I just knocked them off. They're not overly formed. They're just sort of like tests or trials. So not seeing anything that really makes me think this hive's going to swarm anytime soon. Alright, now we're really starting to see heavy rain, so just being respectful. The temperature's typically going to drop shortly. I'm going to close her up and let my bees get back to having a nice snug in-bed Saturday. So it's not the video that I wanted to make, but it's the video that I was able to make with the weather. So first things first, line them up. Not as tidy as I normally like to have these things, but the rain's actually quite heavy. It's about to really bucket down here. And the weather in Olinda can decide to do that literally on the flip of the, the flick of a switch. I'll leave that in there because if I want to come back and put sugar on it, it's best that it be there. Otherwise, it can be a bit difficult. You need to line these up properly. Now, even if I don't line them up, these girls will actually fill the gaps full of propolis and just make sure it's nice and snug and well insulated. Next thing I'm going to do is put some fresh food in there for them, because although they're storing food, they don't have much. So girls, here we go. This is 2-to-1 sugar syrup, and we'll just leave that in there for you. There we go. And this is as simple as a hive inspection can be. I could do a lot more, but as I said, the weather's not exactly helping me here. Oh, you silly Billy, got this around the wrong way. Put that on the end, put you in the middle. There we go. And if you're an older guy like me and you want to get into beekeeping, these long Langstroths are absolutely awesome for the back. As you've seen, I don't have to lift frames or anything. It's all just there. How good is that? Thanks to that, it's raining now, bucketing down. I'm going to close off this video and we'll be back shortly with another one.